Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I'm hoping you've all had a wonderful weekend so far. This is going to be a Cosmos and XRP video, and the reason we're making this video is because these two ecosystems are about to connect through Quorum, which is going to be distributed via an airdrop that XRP holders will essentially benefit from. XRP holders will be airdropped for free just for holding XRP. This token, which is essentially going to be the first XRPL IBC chain ever. And what that means in layman terms is because IBC is how the Cosmos ecosystem and at the moment, but now, and this is the first of many to come, or one of many, IBC is essentially how these blockchains connect and interoperate with one another. And we'll explain that. The last video that we made on Cosmos, we were really looking at IBC and how it's a really revolutionary concept. Polkadot have XCM, which is similar, this kind of interchain messaging service. And these layer zero blockchains, or blockchains that essentially facilitate you to be able to build your own blockchain on top of them and harness the underlying tech, the underlying blockchain, are really revolutionizing the entire game. And they're actually going to connect the blockchain space together. And essentially what we're seeing with Quorum is this is a perfect example of how they're doing this with the XRP ledger, actually connecting it through IBC to Cosmos. And this is going to bolster the entire Cosmos ecosystem. This is just one community, i.e. being XRP, that will have IBC compatibility through these various projects like Quorum, which is going to be given out in terms of an airdrop. Very strategic. XRP has a massive community around it, and I think it will gain a lot of support, Quorum. But actually, it will be on many other blockchains as well. And what you'll do is through IBC, you'll be able to bridge, and I'll explain what IBC is, guys, the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol. You'll essentially be able to link all surrounding ecosystems potentially with Cosmos, and this will bolster the actual Cosmos ecosystem within itself. Cosmos is revolutionary in many ways because, the name is very well picked because you kind of want to think of Cosmos as almost a microcosm at the moment of the macrocosm, which is the cryptocurrency market at large. It's kind of like its own crypto space, if that makes sense. It kind of replicates crypto. You've got Ethereum, you've got Solana, you've got all these blockchains, different kind of projects doing different things that are built on blockchain technology. Well, you kind of have a microcosm of that within Cosmos because it can do the same thing, but built on top of Cosmos specifically, not just blockchain as a technology. And actually, I think that in terms of, and there are ways that layer ones can compete with layer zeros through side chains and various other things. But if you have a company that's looking to launch, like McDonald's or one of these other companies, for example, their own blockchain, or they have the option to launch their own dApp, I think they're going to go with launching their own blockchain and potentially building on top of something like Cosmos or Polkadot. So let's focus on what specifically we're going to be talking about today. It sounds very complicated, a lot of what I've said, but I'll break it all down and kind of really simplify it. This popped up on my newsfeed the other day. Now, this is about a month old, about 30 days old, but I've not really seen anybody talking about it. So, the latest Core airdrop update for Core, Solo, and XRP holders, the mainnet launch, and 2023 plans. So, learn about Quorum's mainnet launch date, up-and-coming partnership, and plans for Q1 2023 with new airdrop for Core, XRP, and Solo holders by unlocking 150 million Core tokens. We'll explain this, but why is it that airdrops are nothing new? And actually, airdrops has been a kind of preferred method for Cosmos for them to actually distribute tokens throughout the community. But why did this one gain so much of my attention? Well, it's because it's actually bridging the Cosmos ecosystem, or I should actually say the XRP ecosystem, the XRPL, into Cosmos, which actually will mean that there's a larger pool of liquidity that essentially can be accessed. So this, in my opinion, is huge. And how you want to think of these, what's going on here with IBC being on other chains, is, or other ecosystems, for example, like Ethereum or whatever it is it's kind of like an insider. You know, it's kind of like a trustless bridge that's being made inherently through IBC that will connect these ecosystems together eventually. Now, it's still very new and still got to be figured out, but this is essentially what's going on, guys. So let's go ahead and read, and we'll talk a little bit about IBC. We spoke a lot more about it in my last Cosmos video. Didn't get much love. I'm not really known for being a Cosmos influencer or channel. However, I have been speaking about Cosmos for a long time and been involved in it way before it really got any attention in terms of from an investment point of view. You know, we remember when it got absolutely no love at all. So Quorum's mainnet launch date, new airdrop up and coming, plans for 2023. We'll also explain what Quorum is. It's a layer 1 blockchain, essentially. In this blog post, Quorum developers reveal the mainnet launch date of Quorum layer 1 blockchain and details on a new round of community airdrops for core, solo, and XRP holders. Since its announcement in December 2021, Quorum blockchain has gained tremendous global attention by introducing a new standards of enterprise use case, such as ISO 20022 compliance and smart contract and smart tokens. Learn more about Quorum technology. We'll talk a little bit about what it is. They have got some unique features as a layer 1. It's not something I've invested in, but really what I'm trying to show here is how actually IBC and Cosmos is going to gain lots of traction, because it's going to kind of eclipse most ecosystems and kind of provide those bridges. So mainnet launch, it goes on to talk about the mainnet's launch date. Quorum and XQuorum airdrops. Quorum has been a 100% community-based project. Lots of Cosmos projects are, and will always remain the same. Community and technology are the main backbones of any blockchain project, and the success of the future adoption of this technology depends directly on both factors. Within the last 12 months, 18 months, we've been working around the clock and researching and development of Quorum technology. As we're getting closer to the mainnet launch, it's suitable time to expand Quorum's community, increase its reach within the crypto space, and make the ecosystem truly decentralized by airdropping the majority of the supply to the community. It then goes on. So what is the airdrop ratio? You can come and find this. I'll leave a link to this article in the description. It's essentially talking about how you will be able to get in touch with this. When will the core airdrop be distributed? You can see that essentially the first distribution is on the 1st of April. The snapshot is on March the 24th, 2023. So come and do your own research, guys, if you want to take part in this. It goes, why is the XR community included in this airdrop? Quorum was built out of a necessity by Sologenic tokenization platform, and the XRPL has been a key to this journey. The XRP ledger inspired many aspects of the Quorum blockchain, and we would like to keep the two blockchains side by side that complete one another and remain interoperable. For this reason, the first asset other than IBC-based assets that will be bridged to the Quorum blockchain is XRP and other tokenized assets on the XRPL. So it's basically what it's saying here is Quorum will be its own blockchain built on top of Cosmos, but it will essentially be compatible with XRPL and its entire ecosystem. And because it's IBC, it will have connectivity with the other chains that are also IBC. So it doesn't just have to be Cosmos specific chains. It could be anybody that's working on IBC on other blockchains and ecosystems. So this is interoperability allows these assets to fully utilize the power of Quorum's blockchain and create more use cases by using smart contracts and smart tokens. In addition, by design, these assets will flow into the Cosmos-based chains through IBC. This is huge, guys. This will unlock many new opportunities for XRP, such as DeFi. So this essentially is the first time we're seeing XRP, other than Wrapped, be used within DeFi. An innovation smart contract-based dApps. So what this means is still very new, but this potentially could be huge, guys. So what wallets will be excluded? It talks about wallets that will be excluded. What next? Core holders, XRP holders. And it just basically says how you can essentially be a part of this. So I'll leave a link to this article. Quorum is a sort of layer 1 blockchain that's built on top of Cosmos, but of course has that interconnectivity with the XRP ledger. So it bridges the gap, which is huge. This is massive in many ways. It's the first of their kind to do this. This is why we're reporting on it. And just to stress again, we did a longer video on it, but just to stress for people that don't want to go and watch that video, the inter-blockchain communication protocol. Ever wondered how cross-chain communication is possible? Get a fast introduction to the world of the inter-blockchain communication protocol. So let's go on to what is IBC. Inter-blockchain communication protocol solves for communication between blockchains, which is particularly important in the Cosmos universe. So the inter-blockchain communication protocol is a protocol to handle authentication and transport of data between two blockchains. IBC requires a minimal set of functions specific in the interchain standards. Notice that those specifications do not limit the network topology or consensus algorithm, so IBC can be used with a wide range of blockchains or state machines. The IBC protocol provides a permissionless way for relaying data packets between blockchains, unlike most trusted bridge technology. The security of IBC reduces the security of the participating chain. So IBC solves a widespread problem, cross-chain communication. This problem exists on public blockchains when exchange is wished to perform swaps. The problem arises early in the case of application-specific blockchains, where every asset is likely to emerge from its own purpose-built chain. Cross-chain communication is also a challenge in the world of private blockchains. In cases where communication with the public chain or other private chains is desirable. So this is huge. We've done a lot more about this, the Internet of Blockchains, which is really, you know, Cosmos. The name Cosmos really makes sense for the project. I mean, it really does. And of course, you guys can come and do some research on your own in regards to what Quorum is. But the fact that XRP has such an amazing or such a huge community, essentially means that, you know, a lot of that community is going to be paying attention to Quorum, and it's going to gain traction probably from that aspect. So it's very strategic, but also it actually does bring benefits to both ecosystems by combining them. And not only Quorum's ecosystem, XRP's ecosystem, the IBC sort of chains or the IBC compatible chains as a whole, which is just huge, guys. That's all I've got for you in this video. If you've enjoyed the content, a like is always appreciated, so as a comment, and I look forward to seeing you each in the next YouTube video. I will leave a link to this Twitter post, to Quorum's website, and also this article, and what is IBC in the description for you guys to do a little bit of browsing and look it up for yourself. Have a wonderful Saturday, guys. See you in the next YouTube video.